You take the long way up? I am really enjoying the view here.
Listen, don't take this the wrong way, but a girl like you with those darling little ankles, I'd find a way to make them sing.
When we first meet Peggy, she's excited to be working in this new office in Manhattan, but she also feels very out of place.
That's my job.
Yes.
Mr. Draper is out, and I don't think I'm supposed to know where he went.
That happens.
But they're taking their pictures today. Here's your basket of kisses.
Basket of kisses.
Do you know how hard it is to see you walking around here every day?
Then Pete has the nerve to judge her for dancing. I guess he preferred the more timid, shy, fish out of water Peggy.
Basket of kisses. Where'd you hear that?
I just thought of it.
And Don was impressed too, and he was not impressed with Pete Campbell.
We have the perfect writer for that. Peggy Olson.
Who the hell is she?
Peggy is not even a copywriter. She's a secretary.
Peggy!
I guess it's fine to sleep with her, but working with her, listening to her ideas, now that's just a bridge too far.
Miss Olson, you are now a junior copywriter.
The same day that Peggy gets this promotion, however, she realizes she's having a baby. Pete Campbell's the father.
Oh my God.
Honey, didn't mention that you were expecting.
For the little one.
After we see Peggy freaking out when the doctor tells her she's in labor and having a baby, when the following season starts, all is well and Peggy's getting ready for work. But a few episodes later, we see a flashback of Peggy in the hospital after having the baby, and she had a mental breakdown of some sort.
We'll keep her here for another few weeks. She's still not in any condition to make decisions for herself.
You're never going to get that corner office until you start treating Don as an equal. And no one will tell you this, but you can't be a man. Don't even try. Be a woman. It's powerful business when done correctly.
What do you?
I need my own office.
It's yours.
Really?
There are 30 men out there who didn't have the balls to ask me.
In many ways, Peggy adopted Don's work ethic and his move forward mentality.
Peggy, listen to me. Get out of here and move forward. This never happened. It will shock you how much it never happened.
You're not thinking about your future.
The thing is, I have a job. I have my own office with my name on the door.
Peggy has her own office now, but she still needs a roommate, and she still doesn't know how to do everything very smoothly.
Hello, this is Margaret.
I'm a secretary, but I am around animal skins and carcasses most of the day, so I don't keep pets. The smell makes them go crazy. Now, about the bathroom. I'm going to need some help there.
Who is this? Ma, I'm getting an apartment in Manhattan.
Now, someday both of you is going to feel this broken heart I'm carrying.
Paul Kinsey does the same work that I do, and not as well sometimes. And I don't know if you read in the paper, but they passed a law where women who do the same work as men will get paid the same thing.
It's not a good time.
What if this is my time?
Peggy was grateful for the opportunities that Don gave her by promoting her to copywriter, but at a certain point, she felt like she wanted more, and that she wasn't being recognized for her contributions.
Why do you need to know that?
Everyone thinks you do all my work. Even you.
But Don recognizes her value, and he also recognizes that he did take her for granted.
And something happened. Something terrible. And the way that they saw themselves is gone. And nobody understands that. But you do.
Don't worry about me. I'm going to be fine, Olive.
Peggy didn't want others to be concerned. She was fine. But that doesn't always mean she makes the best choices. And I suppose that's to be expected given she was in her 20s and working in an almost exclusively male environment in the sense of being a copywriter. And she wasn't used to getting all of that attention from men. So when she did, some of it made her feel powerful and sexy. And it was hard to turn down that kind of attention, especially from an older, established man who she initially respected.
That's right. We were in love. Turns out she's just another whore.
I'm sorry if I embarrassed you.
I think this happens again with Ted, who also happens to be married.
What an old tune. The boss in love with his protege. Is this all me? Because that'll help.
I think about it.
But Peggy never had a sexual relationship with Don, and it bothers her that some people assume that she was promoted to copywriter from sleeping with him.
How the hell are you mad at me?
Because you used my birthday to get in good with a bunch of people who drive me crazy.
Should I have invited Don? You never stand him up.
And when Don sleeps with the secretary and things don't work out, the secretary cries in front of Peggy and tries to sort of find common ground. And Peggy makes it very clear that in that respect, they are not in the same boat at all. She was a little harsh, but I think she was so fed up with everyone assuming that.
Your problem is not my problem. It's because Playtex is strong enough to protect a woman's hands.
Even though Peggy's talk of lipstick is what initially impressed Freddie, you can't always control where it goes. Though she still did a good enough job to impress the client.
Playtex protects a woman's touch.
It's very romantic, I have to admit. When you first brought it up, I didn't think that was possible for latex gloves.
That went well?
You have lipstick all over your teeth.
What?
And you should be thanking me every morning when you wake up, along with Jesus, for giving you another day.
I think Dawn's talking about this when she had a baby and gave it away.
All that God wants is for you to reconcile with Him. Don't you understand that this could be the end of the world and you could go to hell?
I can't believe that's the way God is.
Okay, Hemingway. As long as it's still about moms.
It's about family. Every table here is the family table.
Mom is more specific. Tell her, Don.
She's doing it the way she wants to do it.
She's doing it the way she wants to do it. Her idea for a TV commercial and the way she wants to live her life with the family she chooses. But sometimes it's a little more difficult in real life than in a TV commercial, like when Peggy tells her mother that she and her boyfriend Abe are going to be living together, but they're not married.
Abe and I are very serious about each other, and we've decided we're going to live together.
You know what? I'm gonna go.
I'm sorry, okay?
Good. Now go apologize.
See, this is why I don't like working with women. You have no sense of humor.
You're fired. Get your things.
Are you serious?
I am.
We'll see what Don has to say about that.
Don doesn't even know who you are. The fire is primal. And gathered in a circle, they suddenly feel included. Home is where the Heinz is.
But doing it her own way didn't always come with the best outcomes, even if the work itself was high quality.
Do you know how often people come in here and look at work and feel something? Almost never. But I think I've reached a point where it's time for me to have a new experience.
Okay. Well, let's pretend I'm not responsible for every single good thing that's ever happened to you. And you tell me the number, or make one up, and I'll beat it.
There's no number.
Don doesn't really help himself here by saying he's responsible for every good thing that has ever happened to Peggy, as if he's God himself. So when she told him there was no number, that was very powerful and bold of her, and Don can't really be upset with her for her move, because like Freddie told Peggy, if it were Don, he would absolutely do the same thing. But speaking of God, make plans and God laughs. They eventually end up working together again when Peggy's new agency and Don's join forces for what they think will be best for their two smaller agencies.
Sitting in this room, we can still feel the pleasure of that connection. Because I realize now we were starved for it. And yes, the world will never be the same in some ways. The TV's always on. Vietnam playing in the background. The news wins every night. And you're starving. And not just for dinner.
What do you see for the future?
I'd like to be the first woman creative director at this agency.
Let's say you get that. What's next? And then?
Create something of lasting value.
In advertising.
This is supposed to be about my job, not the meaning of life.
Now Don's being all philosophical. But if you remember just a few seasons earlier, he had quite a different viewpoint.
I'm sorry, I just don't see how knowing about my childhood is gonna help sell floor wax.
I saw that ad. It's all about somebody's childhood.
After everyone learns that the agency is being absorbed by McCann Erickson and that they're getting kicked out of their current offices, Peggy has a choice to make. Does she go with McCann Erickson? Her dreams of being the creative director of the agency look like they're going to have to be put on hold? Or does she go off and do her own thing, either at another agency or perhaps even her own venture?
You're the expert. What's the best offer?
McCann Erickson.
Oh my God. What is this?
It's an octopus pleasuring a lady. It was Cooper's. It was in his office forever. You can have it. You can put it in your office.
You know I need to make men feel at ease.
Who told you that?
Harris, Olson. You need two names to make it sound real.
It's interesting. When the guy Peggy hires for career advice tells her to go to McCann Erickson, he tells her to only stay there for 3 years. Quite a lot remains to be seen in terms of how Peggy will fare in this new environment, but from how well she adapted to Sterling Cooper, along with her 7 years of experience she's gained in that time, I think she's a force to be reckoned with.
What happened?
Somebody very important to me died. The only person in the world who really knew me.
That's not true.
Took another man's name and made nothing of it.
That's not true, Pete. I could have had you in my life forever. If I wanted to. I wanted other things.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video on Peggy Olson. And what do you think her life would have looked like from that point forward?